Hello everyone, this is Heroes Trivia. Welcome back to the final match of Group B, as we have Peanuts here versus K9 the Young Wolf. Now, before we jump into the game here, taking a look at the current standings, just as a reminder, Peanut and K9 the Young Wolf are both 2-1 record, so the winner here will become 3-1 and lead the group. But because of how tiebreakers work and because how Zero is already 3-1, if Peanuts win, he will advance because he already beat Zero, so he has the head-to-head tiebreaker versus Zero. However, if K9 wins, he will actually not advance because Zero beat him, so Zero will become the winner of the group. K9 has a very fast time with his two current wins, so even if he does not advance, as long as he wins this round relatively fast, he will have a great chance to become the final 3 spot of our top 8. So that's kind of where we stand. Let's take a look at their composition. So looking at the composition, we have Peanut in the green with a very familiar comp of Yuan Shao, Lu Bu, and Huang Fusong, pretty much the same unit he's been using throughout the competition. And K9 is continuing to bring us theme armies. I think he has brought 3 themed armies for the tournament, and Zero has brought 4. These two players are truly something, as we not only have a theme army of Yuan Shao's family with Yuan Shao, Yuan Shang, and Yuan Tan, and I like how the favor son's placed before the elder son. Regardless, we have a mixed bag of units from the Northern Army and Ye special units. We have Ye Vanguard Spearmen, we have Ye Vanguard Spearmen, not Spearmen, but Crossbowmen, and then we have some Northern Infantry and some Northern Cavalry. All over the place with these units. None of them are really upgraded except for those rank 3 infantries, which is a little odd. I would have probably upgraded the crossbow unit. The fire rate on the range unit probably more rewarding than a bit more evasion attack speed on the infantry, but there's value there too. Anyhow, let's see how this actual matchup plays out on the battlefield. And looking at deployment here, nothing too crazy as we can get things started. Both sides taking their regular deployment. And the one advantage for these Yuan family members is familial conflict, which greatly boosts their melee attack rate to 111. It is utterly insane. If they dismount, 136 for Yuan Shao, they can chop up enemy generals really fast. They also have access to a lot of commander skills that can boost evasion, give unbreakable to unit. Yuan Shao has distant courage. So there's definitely a lot of ways to play this. Peanut's gonna cross, as it seems. Let's see who's more patient here. I wonder if these are gonna be put into squares. They're kind of on the 4 corners, which is what I'm guessing they're gonna try to do. Should do that early. There's no reason to back off, is there? Changing the angle here? It would probably be better for the squares to be tighter, so there's less gaps for access to these crossbow units. It seems like we're just gonna get this dance early on. It looks like a Hell of Arrow attempt. Are we gonna get a very fast Stone Bork use? Oh, backing off, backing off. Just a regular bow shot. I feel like they're trying to bait out the Hail of Arrow. Ah, they're using it. They have 2 of those, so technically they could use both, but they only protected the general. They're still aiming for the cavalry, which is kind of missing all over the place. It's not a great target to hit. I think it took 1k damage, but doesn't have enough to kill any of the units. Not really worth it. Lupo's coming out, trying to punish with Dragon's Gaze. I think this is the one part of Peanut's game that can be exploited. He does send generals out 1 at a time to do things. Could put them in danger. And here we have the staring contest. $2v1? Actually, 1v1 would still be a pretty easy victory for the side with the faster attack rate. A dueling challenge would be hilarious, actually. Bait Lu Bu into a duel that he can't win. Alright, now we're moving the infantry up. Just checking that range. They're just skimming it. Alright, creeping up. Getting into square. Okay. Oh, I don't know about this, though. This is a bad square. The problem with this square here is only a fourth of the unit will be shooting now. And they're going to lose the crossbow versus crossbow fight. They need to focus fire the crossbow units. Alright. Blocking the range, so they don't get shot. Turtle formation's kind of wasting their arrow. One thing about square, I believe in square, you can't turn off fire well. You have to get out of square, click it, and then click it again. Oh, friendly fire, friendly fire, friendly fire. Lu Bu's causing a lot of mess here. Evasion doesn't help against the slam. Let's see if they can dismount and kill him. Oh, they did dismount. It's a bait. He's backed off. He took some damage, though. He's looking to do a hail of arrow over here, I'm pretty sure. It's too far. It's not going to do too much. The cavalry got tricked into charging into a turtle formation yellow dragon, which is not too bad. There's no charge reflect on that. So they're not hurting themselves, but they're just not going to do much to them. Remounted, backing off. I mean, the square is doing its thing. It's keeping the cavalry unit at bay. They can't really approach. They're going to try to get rid of the crossbow. Lu Bu's going to do a number on these cavalry. They're probably going to get wiped. Especially as those spear units coming in while they're frozen in place. Maybe a shield wall will be really good here. Oh, they're getting charged. Yeah, I don't agree with the two Vanguard crossbowmen being put in square. They should be firing back here with everyone. Alright, we got the dismounts. Can they get some shots here? No, they're just getting swarmed by infantry and cavalry. Yuan Tan's paying back the dad. Getting trapped, getting blocked here by the enemy cavalry, but Lu Bu might go down here pretty fast if they get a couple more shots with him before he runs away, as you can see. Might as well commit now. There is no getting out of this. The problem with this setup of sending two is you lose both. Yuan Shao loses familial conflict. If you only send one, you get the same, pretty much the same amount of damage, and you don't risk losing your bonus afterwards. Now they're kind of just trapped here. Yeah, we have the cavalry routing away. These two sons are not getting out. Yuan Shao is trying to sneak some damage over here because he believes he's not getting microed, which might be true. We'll see. Oh, no, he's getting microed. Alright, we lost one. The bonus is about to go off once he dies, too. He's trying to live through the evasion. Going 3 sets, I mean, he's going with a theme army. 3 commanders, obviously, a bit weak. He's trying to get back on his horse, got killed. Got killed by the units. A boost to charge. The Yellow Dragons pack a punch, especially against shielded units, and they're going to do a number. The Saber Infantry looking for fights against infantry. Unbreakable, though. Maybe it's time to get out of the square. But the enemy cavalry is still very much alive. And even though we're getting shots on them, these squares are not real squares. These two unit here. Charge negation, you know, you should still charge that. It just means they don't take the extra charge bonus damage, but you can still break it. It doesn't reflect any damage. Very different from a spear unit here with charge reflect, that's what you don't want to do. And running around these squares is just suicide. What are they trying to achieve here? Kill themselves? Alright, got some tags on Yuan Shao. Not too much damage. Yuan Shao has very high armor. There we go. Could have just charged in through here. Why loop all the way? There's so many big gaps. The Imperial Cavalry, I don't know. I feel like so far, no one's actually using them. It's like this cool, strong unit you have, and you're afraid to play with this toy. Like, why loop? Where's the target you're going for when you loop like this? And I have no idea what this unit is doing. Yeah, Yuan Shao's trying to stay out of combat to give his bonus, so no one routes, but he's not going to be able to hold off on that anymore, so they're going to get swarmed. They did trade Lu Bu, so the 2 sons for 1 general. Using the square to kind of get some help, that is a good idea. Dismounting, no longer have the attack rate bonus, but still very fast attack rate. Definitely could pack a punch. Crossbow doing their thing. Trying to mount back. Or not. Oh. That's close enough to land a lot of arrows, even though he blocked a lot of that. But you can see those units are falling apart. Yeah, Vanguard Spearmen are just basically spear guards once you do make contact. And these cavalry should just charge. Doesn't matter. Charge reflection. It will hurt a little, but it will also hurt them. It's not charge negation. And Yuan Shao is being raced by the charge. And with him gone, the morales are not going to hold up much longer after that as well. They have the bonus on for 14 more seconds, and then they're going to rout. Alrighty. Nice little chase down. Negative 143. Just gotta realize they're done. And we have ourselves a match. So, big congratulations to Peanuts. He will be advancing with his 3-1 record and also the win over Zero. This also means K9 is definitely eliminated from the tournament with a 2-2 record. It was very nice having him for the tournament. Theme armies for a newcomer, and also very top-notch micro ability. A little bit of decision-making mistake here, sending in the 2 Yuan brothers to fight Lu Bu deep into enemy territory. Certainly, against a comp like this, Peanut played that part pretty well, given that with these familial conflict bonus, if you leave them alone for even a blink of the eye, you're gonna get killed. So you need to swarm them with infantry, with cavalry, just basically crowd them, and then they'll get into these match animations with units, and then basically whatever attack speed number they have, they can't actually perform at that fast speed because they're busy doing execution moves on random units, and then your generals can slip out. Not trying to fight these on foot is definitely the right approach. And obviously with the units being such a mixed bag, there's also a lot of misplays with some of the units. I think the square idea is good with the Vanguard Spearmen. You cover all the areas, you prevent the enemy cavalry from circling you. For the actual crossbowmen, even though they give themselves charge negation, when the enemy have range like that, you really want to trade back. It's only 1 crossbow unit on the enemy side. It was untouched. You can see it still ends the match at the 120 full body, and it got 78 kills. If the 2 Vanguard crossbowmen fired back at that unit and just wiped it out, it might have made things a little bit easier in that early stage, and then you still had the coverage against the cavalry because Peanut wasn't making any decisive charges for a long time, and those cavalry mostly got wasted until the Imperial finally decided to get their hands dirty. But after the general loss, it was hard to come back because you kind of lose your entire comp with the familial conflict when you lose 2 of the 3, and that sort of sealed the deal. And looking at our final standings, we have Peanuts advancing as the group winner. Zero has a shot with 37 seconds. So far, that would put him second out of 3 players who are at 3-1 records and not group winner after 2 groups. There are still 3 groups to come, so It's not a great time, and it doesn't look really good for Zero. Our two players playing thematic battles here with their composition. Big props to them for keeping us entertained, but does not do well for their tournament chances, as so far at least proven by the players that's advancing. Using the same comp over and over again that's practiced definitely is a better choice for things like this. But of course, we really appreciate all these theme comp and hope they keep coming, especially with tomorrow. Now, one thing, a look ahead to Group C. Group C will only have 8 matches, and 3 of those matches will be played tomorrow, and 5 will wrap things up the day after. The reason why we will only have 8 matches is because we had one player who sort of dropped out of the tournament after playing the first 2 matches. We'll explain that situation once we get to it, but hope you guys are excited for tomorrow's match, as we have yet another season champ in King of Yen in the next group, just as Zero proved himself to be quite capable after showcasing his variety of thematic comps in very skilled manners. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and see you all next time. Bye!